The US and UK governments have said North Korea was responsible for the WannaCry malware attack affecting hospitals, businesses and banks across the world earlier this year. The attack is said to have hit more than 300,000 computers in 150 nations, causing billions of dollars of damage. It is the first time the US and UK have officially blamed them for the worm. Thomas Bossett, an aide to US President Donald Trump, first made the accusation in the Wall Street Journal newspaper. Mr. Bossett, who advises the president on Homeland Security, said the allegation was based on evidence. He did not produce any evidence in the article, but said US findings concurred with judgments from other governments and private companies. He added that Australia, Canada, and New Zealand also share the US conclusion that North Korea was behind the attack. Following the interview, the UK Foreign Office also blamed North Korean actors using the cyber program to circumvent sanctions. The National Cybersecurity Center assessed that it is highly likely that the North Korean Lazarus hacking group had committed the attacks, Minister for Cyber Lord Ahmed said in a statement. In May, Windows computers hit by the cyber attack had their contents locked, with users asked to pay a ransom to have their data restored. EU police body Europol called the scale of the attack unprecedented. In the Wall Street Journal piece, Mr. Bossett said North Korea must be held accountable and that the US would continue to use a maximum pressure strategy to hinder the regime's ability to mount cyber attacks. He did not specify what action, if any, the US government planned to take in response to the findings. North Korea is already facing major economic sanctions after being redesignated a state sponsor of terrorism last month amid tension over its nuclear program and missile tests. North Korea has acted especially badly, largely unchecked, for more than a decade, and its malicious behavior is growing more egregious. WannaCry was indiscriminately reckless, Mr. Bossett wrote. As we make the internet safer, we will continue to hold accountable those who harm or threaten us, whether they act alone or on behalf of criminal organizations or hostile nations, he went on. The toolkits of totalitarian regimes are too threatening to ignore. He added that Microsoft and Facebook both acted to disable North Korean cyber attacks on their own initiative last week, without any direction or participation by the US. Britain's National Cybersecurity Centre, part of the GCHQ Signals Intelligence Agency, first attributed the May 2017 WannaCry attack to North Korea within weeks of the ransomware spreading. Governments used to be cautious about attribution in cyber attacks, but it is becoming increasingly common, beginning with the claim North Korea was behind the attack on Sony in 2014, and more recently involving Russia's alleged hacking in the 2016 US election. This latest claim is almost certainly an attempt to put more pressure on North Korea in the crisis over its nuclear program, with the attempt to rally international support behind the notion that the country is a real danger, whether from cyber weapons or nuclear weapons. And to make the case that further action of some kind needs to be contemplated. In the UK, the National Health Service (NHS) was hit particularly hard by the cyber attack, with 48 affected health trusts forced to turn many patients away for appointments and even surgeries. In 2014, the US claimed North Korea were behind cyber attacks on Sony Pictures, after it released a film featuring the fictional killing of its leader Kim Jong-un. The entertainment company had its films leaked, and details of corporate finances and private emails released online. The North Koreans hit out at former President Barack Obama over the claim, but has not yet responded to the White House accusations about the WannaCry hack. In October it said rumours from a UK government minister that they were behind the 2017 attack was groundless speculation and a wicked attempt to tighten international sanctions on the country.